Imagine for a moment that everything around us, every sight, sound, and touch, is part of a vast, intricate simulation. But hold on, it's not quite like being plugged into some sci-fi movie contraption. This is about our souls, our essence, right here on this earthly plane. It's about peering into the future, pondering what's on the horizon. Think of it, the emotions we feel, the connections we forge, all existing within a framework so advanced, it transcends our current understanding of technology and reality. We're not just talking about digital landscapes and cables and code. We're exploring the very fabric of existence and what it means to be human in a universe that might be more complex and interconnected than we ever imagined. Simulation theories, spanning from ancient philosophy to modern technology, suggest our reality might be an elaborate construct. Nick Bostrom's argument posits we're likely living in a computer simulation, given the technological trajectory towards creating indistinguishable virtual realities. This concept, popularized by The Matrix, imagines a world where reality is a simulation controlled by advanced entities, where the distinction between the virtual and the actual blurs, challenging our perceptions of existence and consciousness. Advances in quantum computing, with their unprecedented computational power, hint at the potential to simulate entire universes with intricate detail, blurring the lines between the real and the virtual. This nuanced perspective is underscored by the fact that Google's quantum computer, Sycamore, achieved quantum supremacy in 2019 by performing a calculation in 200 seconds that would take the world's most powerful supercomputer 10,000 years to complete, illustrating the vast potential of quantum computing to transform our understanding of reality. Echoing these modern theories, the ancient Taoist philosopher Zhuangzi questioned reality's nature through his butterfly dream allegory, pondering if life is but a dream. Elon Musk further speculates that the advancements in video game technology suggest we're probably in a simulation, given the likelihood of future civilizations creating hyper-realistic simulations. As devices become more sophisticated, offering higher resolutions, more responsive tracking, and interactive environments, they not only enhance gaming and educational applications, but also fuel speculation about the nature of reality itself. It could create simulated realities that the inhabitants would not be able to differentiate from their base reality. Together, these theories challenge our perception of reality, inviting us to consider the possibility that our existence might be more complex and layered than it appears. Enter Neville Goddard's teachings, in which we're invited to view our existence through a lens that blurs the lines between the mystical and the tangible, suggesting that our reality might closely resemble a grand simulation. This notion, while not framed in the context of modern digital simulations, aligns with a deeper philosophical quest to understand the essence of being and our role within it. At the heart of this journey is Goddard's symbolic readings of biblical narratives, particularly the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus. He views these not as literal historical occurrences, but as deep metaphors illuminating the nature of our existential simulation. This interpretation serves as a profound exploration of our inner potential and the transformative power of consciousness. It's within this allegorical framework that we find a seamless bridge connecting the teachings of Jesus to the concept of life as a simulation, enriching Goddard's philosophy with a multidimensional perspective on existence. Goddard casts Jesus not merely as a figure from the past, but as the embodiment of our highest potential, the intersection of human and divine within us all. The stories of Jesus, in Goddard's view, transcend religious doctrine, serving instead as guides for realizing our power to shape reality. This power is symbolized through the narrative of Golgotha, traditionally seen as the site of Jesus' crucifixion. Goddard, however, invites us to envision Golgotha as a metaphor for the mind itself, a realm where our deepest fears and greatest transformations occur, marking the beginning of a profound personal journey. This journey through the mind's Golgotha leads us to the crucifixion, reimagined by Goddard as the pivotal moment of letting go of our lower selves. And it is only by acknowledging and transcending the lower self that we can step into our divine birthright, the co-creators of a reality infused with love, wisdom, and boundless possibilities. It is here within the skull that we confront our deepest fears, insecurities, and limitations, undergoing the crucifixion of our lower selves. Our egoic desires, doubts, fears, self-imposed limitations, and the myriad illusions that tether us to a constricted sense of self. Then it is here in the mind that we engage with the ingrained patterns and beliefs that have long dictated our perceptions of reality, alongside the shadows of past traumas and the echoes of unfulfilled aspirations, challenging us to transcend and transform them into the foundation for our spiritual rebirth and ascension. We transcend our limitations, not through physical death, but by overcoming the barriers we've erected within our minds, in favor of a more empowered and limitless self-conception. The resurrection that follows symbolizes not a defiance of natural law, but an awakening to new possibilities, a realization of our innate power to manifest our deepest desires into reality. The ascension is not about a physical rising into the heavens, but about ascending in consciousness. It symbolizes the individual's ability to rise above the material plane and enter a state of divine awareness, where the limitations of the physical world are transcended and one's divine nature is fully realized. Yes, Neville Goddard related Jesus to several metaphors beyond Golgotha, deeply embedding his teachings in allegorical interpretations that offer a rich, symbolic understanding of spiritual principles. One significant metaphor that Goddard frequently explored was the concept of imagination. He equated God as synonymous with the human imagination, positing that the divine essence and creative power we attribute to God are actually inherent within the human mind. This perspective is central to understanding his interpretation of biblical stories, especially those concerning Jesus. In Goddard's allegorical framework, Jesus symbolizes not just the human imagination, but also the realization of its divine potential. The stories of Jesus' life, teachings, and miracles serve as metaphors for the journey of awakening the divine imagination within ourselves. By aligning with the state of consciousness that Jesus represents, or Christ consciousness, individuals can harness their inherent creative power to manifest their desires and transform their personal reality. What if embracing the notion of Christ consciousness isn't about tossing logic out the window or blindly following a set of rules, but simply tapping into a deeper truth that's staring us right in the face the whole time? Picture this. We're all just regular folks navigating the crazy journey called life. But what if, amidst the chaos and noise, there's this underlying current, a vibe of love, wisdom, call it what you will, that's been quietly guiding us all along? What if embracing this vibe means recognizing the power we each have to make a positive impact in the world? Not through grand gestures or flashy displays, but through everyday acts of kindness, compassion, and understanding. Imagine a world where we're not just so caught up in our own stuff, but instead we're looking out for each other, lending a hand when needed, and treating everyone with respect and dignity. In this world, conflicts aren't resolved through shouting matches or power struggles, but through open dialogue and genuine empathy. Differences aren't seen as threats, but as opportunities to learn from one another and grow together. And in the midst of it all, there's a sense of peace, a peace that comes from knowing that we're all in this together, navigating the ups and downs of life side by side. Goddard's teachings encourage a profound internal shift, urging us to recognize and embrace our identity as creators, endowed with the divine capacity to shape our world through the power of thought and belief. This reimagining of the divine, not as an external deity, but as the limitless potential of the human mind, challenges traditional religious narratives, offering a path to spiritual and personal empowerment, rooted in the realization of our own divine nature. Thus, while Jesus is indeed equated with the human imagination in Goddard's teachings, it's within the broader context of understanding the mind as the seat of divine power, power that each person possesses and can actively wield to create their reality. This interpretation invites a deeper exploration of our own consciousness as the transformative potential that lies in recognizing and utilizing the divine imagination within us. Another metaphor Goddard delved into was the kingdom of heaven, which he interpreted not as a physical location or an afterlife realm, but as a state of mind or consciousness that one can enter here and now. In his teachings, Jesus' references to the kingdom of heaven are understood as invitations to awaken to the power of our imagination and to live from a state of consciousness where we are aware of our creative power. The kingdom is accessible to all and is entered through the understanding and application of spiritual laws, particularly the law of assumption. Goddard also spoke of God or the Father in metaphorical terms, often linking this concept directly with the human imagination and consciousness. He suggested that when Jesus spoke of the Father, he was referring to the divine aspect of our own being, the creative source of our own consciousness, the creative source from which all things manifest. The culmination of Goddard's teachings is the concept of spiritual rebirth, a process mirrored in the journey from crucifixion to resurrection. This rebirth signifies an awakening to our true nature as creators of our experience, shifting our perspective from seeing ourselves as victims of circumstances to recognizing our role as active participants in the unfolding of our destinies. As we delve deeper into the notion of our reality as a simulation, the power of imagination emerges as the key interface through which we interact with and shape our environment. In this simulated existence, our beliefs and perceptions act as the code, dictating the fabric of our experiences. The law of assumption serves as the programming language, enabling us to dictate the outcomes of our lives by assuming the feelings of our wishes fulfilled. This principle, alongside the activation code of emotional resonance and the reflection algorithm of everyone is you pushed out, redefines our interactions within the simulation, emphasizing the transformative power of internal change. At the heart of this grand simulation lies the promise, a spiritual awakening that transcends the practical applications of Goddard's principles. As we navigate this journey, let us be clear-eyed about where true transformation lies. It's not in the external world that we find the essence of our existence. No, it is through the profound transformation of our inner world, a metamorphosis so deep that it rewrites the very code of the simulated reality we inhabit. So I invite you, let us embark on this journey together. Let us awaken from the dream of our perceived limitations and step into the boundless potential that awaits us. Together we can reshape the fabric of this simulation, crafting a reality that reflects the highest aspirations of our collective spirit. The journey ahead is one of discovery, transformation, and ultimately liberation. Are you ready? Human Fluence out.